Hello. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. It's always so lovely to see everybody. It's so nice because my experience of it is that my heart opens up. So it's a nice experience. Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to tune into the energies and let's see what kind of information comes through today. Okay. Today's theme is about thoughts. That's very interesting. So I talk about this a lot, mostly actually in the meditations that life energy flows from the root to the crown chakra, falls back down left and right. And when it flows through the human system on the level of the mind, this is where thoughts are created. Um, yeah, when the energy moves through, then there are thoughts created. This is just part of the human system, the thoughts. Um, the more life energy flows and the more the system is open, the more the thoughts just arise and flow through. So they will always arise. They always arise and then flow through. It's just energy. And if people have a lot of thoughts, it's really energy stuck on the mind level, meaning that the life energy doesn't like doesn't flow freely on that level, but it gets stuck a little bit. And mostly it's because we hold it in. So we have the thoughts and we continue on thinking them. And this happens most of the time absolutely subconsciously. So there is no blame or anything like that, really. It's just this is just how the human system functions. And for people who are experiencing already a little gap in between the thoughts, emotions, the body, and who they really are, so observer perspective, also witness perspective, then it's easy to see, oh, okay, I have thoughts, but I'm not the thoughts. Okay, so this is then already easier. If people don't have that experience yet, then 99% of the people are identified with the thoughts, like how couldn't we be, right? Or how couldn't they be? Um, yeah. And then when there is this little gap and we see the thoughts surfacing, and also I get most people have this experience in meditation anyways, they see the thoughts surfacing. And if we don't grab them, if we don't continue on thinking them, then they just move through. And this is what we want. So we see the thoughts and we allow them to move through. We don't engage with them. And then what I'm getting is depending on what kind of energies we connect to, or what kind of, another word would be bubbles of consciousness we connect to. So every theme in this reality, for example. So if we tap into the theme, I'm just making some up, like fishing, or we tap into the theme of war, or we tap into the theme of love, we tap into the theme of sports. So when we move into that theme with our attention, then we automatically move into the theme, into this bubble of consciousness, and then we are connected to the energy of that. And meaning when life energy flows through our system, we are connected to that theme. Also, thoughts around this theme are surfacing because the system adapts the information that we are surrounding us with. And so we have then thoughts about the theme. So just if you have a lot of negative thoughts, fearful thoughts, and thoughts that you don't prefer, then you may double check what kind of themes or consciousnesses you're connecting to. Because maybe you connect to fearful ones or to ones that just, don't serve you. But also what I'm getting, it's not really about, changing the thoughts from negative to positive. There are a lot of practices out there when we say, okay, positive thinking, and thinking is creating our reality and so forth. And it's a small part of this, yes. But what we really want is we want to become the observer of the thoughts. We want to become eventually the true nature, and seeing, okay, the thoughts are just part of the human system. They are there like the emotions. Of course, we're not the thoughts. It's just running through because we have a body. And basically seeing them as, I mean, there's this analogy of like the cloud, the cloud passes by, although they are very slow. So thoughts can move through very quickly, like within a split second. It's like the surface, if we just come from the observer perspective is enough. We see the thoughts surfacing and we don't engage with them, and then they just leave. And again, next thought comes, just leaves. Next thought comes, just leaves. And we just continue with our day and we don't engage with them. And then two things are happening. They become less over time because we don't put energy into them. We don't grab them. And then the mind becomes more quiet. And this is very nice, because then there's just space. There's space to be in the present moment. We can be more in the present moment because the thoughts just take us away from the present moment. And also when we heal and clear the system, so clear the stuck energies out of the system, they also create movement in the system. And this movement is also like triggering thoughts. So when we, are on this journey of healing and clearing the system, and there is less energies there is more space, also less thoughts are created. So those two are the main ones I'm seeing. So basically up until then, up until the point you don't have less thoughts, or you can move them through, be conscious about what you're connecting to, because the thoughts are also changing accordingly to the consciousness you're in, or the information bubble you're in. And then second, when the observer is there, see them, let them go, see them, let them go. And it's easy by just focusing on what's around you. When you focus on the present moment of what you're actually seeing, what you're experiencing in the present moment, then the thoughts are compared to what you're experiencing are more quiet. And then you can just let them go. Yeah, and the goal is to have a lot less thoughts, and they are not disturbing your experience at all. They're just there, come and go. They're not important. Thoughts are not important for living a life, for managing the life, for being successful in life. It's just energy passing through the system, creating information, and the mind is picking up this information. That's it. So what we have and what is very powerful is the focus. So we use our focus, our intellect, and we point it towards something, to a certain information, to something we want to experience. I mean, we just focus on something, and this is where the attention goes, and this is what creates the experience. So the random thoughts don't do anything. They just disturb. They're just random. Never believe your thoughts. Yeah. Yeah, and I already see energies coming in that are making the mind quiet, which is nice. It's always the nicest, like when the mind is quiet and you just move through your day and thoughts don't interfere. It's just the best experience. Yeah, and this beautiful silence that's already coming in as well, and that follows after not having thoughts, or the thoughts are not a main experience, it just feels so beautiful. Like in every cell of the body, just feels so amazing. Okay, that's the information today. Yeah, I love it. Very helpful. Can absolutely agree. And I'd say let's start with the meditation. So for people who have never been here before, what you can do is just sit back, relax, meditate along, close your eyes, That's all you need to do. The more you can relax, the better. So it's not about doing anything. It's not about reaching anything. The more you relax, the more you gain with meditating and especially working with energy transmissions. And allow the transmissions to work on your system. You can absorb the body, observe the body, absorb it, yes. Who you truly are is going to absorb the body. Then the experience of the body is gone, which is nice. And yeah, just allow, because the energies have a higher intelligence and they work on our systems and they're transforming our systems. And this is exactly what we want. And this is being recorded and the video is uploaded on YouTube later on. And also, if you have any questions or want to share after the meditation, there is time and yeah, we can chat a little bit. Okay. Then let's start. I start with opening up the energy field. Bring in light. Then I expand the energy field. Expanding the energy field helps to hold more light in the system, and also more awareness comes with that as well. So I'm expanding. And the energy field can always be more expanded. It's a never-ending process. We can always carry more light. Light is higher information, and this information is transforming our system and also our life experience. And this is exactly what we want. Yeah, and then I fill up the expanded space with light. And then I clear surface energies. Surface energies are all the energies that create the noise and the movement in the system. So these energies are on the surface and they are creating our main experience. So thoughts, emotions, other energies that are present right now. And we basically want to move away from that surface layer of our being, or that surface level, and move into a different experience, into the silence, the stillness, the clarity, the peace, into just being. Being is effortless. So we don't need to do anything for it, because we are already that. We are already just are. We always live, we never die. So what we are is eternal. And on that level, we all share exactly the same experience. So the true nature is exactly the same for everybody here. There is no difference. Just on the level of the human, we're different in this life. But on that level, what we're aiming for, we're all exactly the same. There is no content there, no movement, nothing, just being. Then I also clear energies out of the level of the mind. So those energies that create the thoughts, the mind chatter. And if you still experience a lot of mind chatter, best thing you can do, just allow it. It's there, whatever. If you get caught in thoughts, you probably realize it after a few moments, after a few minutes maybe. And then you're like, got caught. Then you let this thought go. Maybe it happens again. And you know what? Don't worry about it, because the transmission is coming in. It's working on your system no matter how many thoughts you have. So there is very, very beautiful light present. It flows into the system through the crown chakra, third eye chakra, mostly. Fills up the body and the energy body and the area around us. Feels very pleasant. So every cell of the body starts vibrating to this information of the energy. The energies are working on a cellular level. And they are changing the information on that level. And the energy that's present, there's bliss in there, there's movement in there, but underlaying is the silence. So everything, creation basically arises from the true nature, from the Brahman, from the silence. And then when it plays out, so the energies, they are created, then they do whatever they need to do. Let's say it like that. And when they play out, they lose energy, because so they're created, there's energy there, then they play out, they kind of lose the strength or the charge. And then it basically, what remains, it moves back into the silence. And I'm just clearing energies out of a few systems that are not enjoying the silence yet. Let's say it like that. So systems that prefer movement, that prefer content, that always look for content, always look for movement, versus for the silence, because the silence is always there as well. So allow yourself to drop into the silence. Then I open up the central energy channel. And this is where life energy flows through the system. So the life energy flows from root to crown chakra, falls back down left and right, and flows up again. And the more we do this healing and clearing work and basically claiming back our energy, this is claiming back our life energy, this is what it really is. So we don't use up energy for things that are not of our personal highest truth. Whatever we use this energy for, following limitations, basically, yeah. And when we reclaim this energy, when this energy comes back, we have a lot more life energy present. And this is so powerful, because we are life itself. So the more we gain back of what we are, the more powerful we become, also on the level of the human. meaning we have more energy in the present moment, we're more present. We have energy for creating new things, for our everyday life experience, for health, for the body, for all areas of life. So accelerate the life energy. Then I help it to flow more. And then I work on certain areas of the brain energetically that are responsible for creating thoughts. Goal is to have less thoughts. So less recipients for the energy that moves through our system that's then creating the thoughts. Or maybe you can feel a little heaviness on the level of the mind. And also, yeah, an emptier mind where not a lot is going on. Then there's also an energy that moves. It has a movement from the heart to heart chakra, to the level of the mind. It's also known as the I thought. This is also something that creates thoughts, specifically thoughts where we are identified with those. I also work on that. And there is a next level silence now in your system. Maybe you can experience it, because thoughts is not just mind chatter, it's movement. So because this movement has stopped, or there's a lot less of that movement there, in general, the system becomes very quiet, and we can actually experience the silence that's present is in such a deep way. So experiencing silence is one thing, but experiencing silence with a quiet system, it's a whole next level. I see some systems, for them it's a bit unfamiliar, for them it's new. Like before, they don't prefer the silence so much. I just clear these energies, just drop into the silence. Allow this new experience, if it's new for you, to be there. Just relax into it and enjoy it. It's a break of the content, a break of the movement. And it feels really good. So I clear a few energies that carry this misunderstanding, that there needs to be movement, that no movement, so the silence and no movement means something dangerous or something to fear. So I clear those energies. Then I pull you a little bit deeper into this meditation. I pull you deeper and deeper. And it's very interesting because the silence that's present has a sound. Maybe you can hear it. If not, that's fine. But if you do, it's very fascinating. So there is also another energy coming in that helps the system to drop whatever is, let's say, still in the way of not just relaxing into the silence, so a little bit of resistance and fear and stuff like that. So the energies are working on that. And what you can do is just relax more. Being in that space is rejuvenating and healing for the body. Also, I see healing is, healing on an energetic level. So trauma from this life, for example, is being healed. There's all sorts of stuff happening just because we are relaxing into the silence. And the silence is part of who we are, you know? It's not something out there, other. It's just another aspect of ourselves. And we want to experience more of that also in our everyday life experience. To be aware of the silence. Like I said before, everything comes from the silence and goes back into the silence. And if we consciously experience that, so we see that happening, then we also can see through the illusion. Of who we are and what this reality is. Okay, and now let's sit with this for the next 30 minutes in silence, with the silence. Yeah, and enjoy. It's so beautiful. Okay, we are finished. Oh, thank you so much for joining. That was really nice. I love the silence. I'm a big fan. Yeah. So thank you so much for joining. And if you have a question, please let me know. You can also unmute yourself now.
Hi, Eva.
Hi. Hi, Jay.
How are you?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Good, thanks. I was wondering, do you still experience things like having favorite foods or favorite colors, or is it all just bliss?
No, absolutely. I absolutely experience this because, my human is totally here. I'm totally experiencing the human. So on the journey to become the true nature, we basically experience parts of ourselves, different parts of ourselves until we become the true nature. And then, let's say, the true nature and the human merges again, if you want to call it like that. So when the Brahman, when you come back into creation, and then the human is even more authentic than before. So the true nature is there all the time, but then the human is also there fully. And yes, the human has preferences, everything. Also, I mean, the food, probably the preference comes more from the level of the body, but also, yeah, absolutely. So everything of that is there. Yeah, I definitely love food. I eat a lot. I enjoy food. And I often think this is actually one of the most amazing parts of this reality, to be able to taste food, enjoy it, try different foods and stuff. Yeah, so I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, Mine and Mum's favorite cake is a Black Forest gâteau.
Okay, yeah. I
So,
think I've never had it.
uh,
Sounds interesting.
it's a good cake. It's like a chocolate sponge with cherries.
Ah, yeah, okay. We have it actually, it's in Germany, it's called Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any like favorite cakes or have a favorite color?
I mean, I really enjoy all foods. I eat everything. So I actually want to touch on this a little bit because um, when I before I started the spiritual journey, so a few years before, I became vegan basically overnight, but it was more for reaching fitness goals. And because, they're wanting to reach goals, and also then after a while I became identified with being a vegan, right? So we always do when we like eat in a certain way. This started falling away as well. So the identification with the vegan started falling away. And then after a few years, other foods came back in, um, animal products basically. And now this took years, but now it's really like, um, I can eat everything, and there is no limitation to not eat certain things, although there's preferences from the body. Because there was a time on the journey where, I don't know, like people I talked to, I guess, or also more the Hinduists. I think this was more the path I was following a little bit through Mother Mira and other teachers. They're all about not eating certain foods, stay vegan or vegetarian. And this absolutely has changed as well. So it's really about everything is available. I can eat everything. And then it really comes down to, okay, what is my preference in the present moment? Like, what do I feel? What does my body need in the present moment? This is just something I want to share because I think it's important. Because often people think, if you have certain restrictions, that's going to help with awakening. And I actually don't see it in that way. I see it more, it's everything is there, allowing everything and whatever your body needs. And this changes, you know yeah. Do I have a favorite cake? No, I love, in general, I love cakes. I love sweets. So I can't say I have a favorite one. And colors, yeah, also. I just like
Mhm.
colors. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's interesting. I started eating meat again as well.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
be a vegetarian, and then I had eggs, but I kept craving like burgers and like Indian lamb. So I told mom, and then she was like, okay, and she was like, just have it. So I was like, cool.
Yeah.
But it's like I could feel it that I needed it.
Yeah.
It was weird because I was a vegan as well, I think for 7 years.
Mhm.
Um, and I realized I was actually healthier now than I was before because I'm having a lot more red meats and my body was really needing the iron.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I can also say that I felt changes in the body by implementing meat again. Like I automatically lost, I guess, water or weight, like fat, which, yeah. Also, I feel a lot more nourished. So before, as a vegan, I ate a lot of carbs, and there was always like this hunger. Um, and now it's like I need 1 or 2 meals a day, 2 meals mostly, and I just feel satisfied and full. And also, like, there are not so many impulses about food anymore. So before there were a lot more impulses to have foods. Yeah, so it has changed and it feels great now, but I'm very open that it changes again. But in that case, I agree. I feel a positive change. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's good, it's good when this comes in for you. Don't suppress it, because, there are certain ideas out there how we are supposed to be. Everybody's unique, everybody needs different things. And actually, everything that is available in our life experience is also available for us. So if we limit it, it just means that we're the limitation. So we are limiting it. It's all there. Um, yeah, and then it's best to go with, intuition. And yes, then certain people will say, but we have like certain food addictions and stuff like that, like sugar and so forth. Um, yes, we do. So I mean, it comes down to eating healthy foods, but then also what we crave in the present moment, because this is the only thing we have available. So yes, this is all I basically can say about this. Like we only have available the present moment, and wherever we are at, we can only meet that, right? So yeah.
Cool, yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, great. Thank you for sharing. Thank
Thank
you. Hi, Mercedes.
Hi, hi
Hello.
Eva. Hi
Hi.
everybody. Hi.
Nice to
I
see
love
you.
chocolate. Yeah.
I am. I I
Chocolate.
I, I can't hear you like totally clearly. So there's
Can you hear me?
yeah, now it's better. Now it's better.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was just saying that chocolate is best for me. Dark chocolate.
No, I don't hear you that well,
Okay, wait.
unfortunately.
Better?
Yeah, now it's great. Now it's great.
Okay, well, I guess
Yeah,
I'll
the
take it off.
headphones.
Was just saying that chocolate, dark chocolate for me is the best.
Yeah.
Dark chocolate. And I also wanted to share because I am compelled to share. So if it's okay, I wrote it down because that's how I express myself better.
hmm
Okay,
Yes.
so um, let's see. Like most people, I started on the spiritual path as a result of suffering, a heart broken into a million little pieces scattered on the floor. So what now? Will the pain ever stop? How, how will I live again? After a while, a thought arose within me. There is got to be something more in life than this. It has been 12 years since that day. Then the first book was given to me about philosophy. Something in me found the read soothing, helpful, and expansive. Without realizing it, I had entered the spiritual path. I went on reading, watching YouTube videos, and living, or what I thought it was living at that time. My personal path is like that of an ant, small, gathering drop by drop, season after season. I had mountains to climb with great effort and pain, but I also found valleys to rest on, gather myself again, and continue. Life was, and still is, up and down, but the ups now don't require that much effort anymore, and the pain doesn't last but a fleeting moment, just enough to remind me that I am not this pain. I have to be grateful to all the sorrow, the pain and suffering, and I don't mean just in this incarnation. I am grateful to that broken heart, to those shattered million pieces of me that I now realize they just wanted one thing, to be loved by me. The me that understands that this life is a process to become what I already am. Oh, the cosmic joke, the irony of existence. I had to look outside, everywhere first, to finally realize that all I was seeking is already inside of me. It has been 12 years of small and big aha moments and shifts. The last shift for me was after the last retreat in Malaga. During the second darshan, a loud yet subtle voice within me was pleading, I want to come out, I want to come out. Since then, I have sat with it and given it permission to come out. Little by little and day by day, it is showing itself more and more. It is transforming me in ways that I didn't think it was possible for me. My perspective in everything is changing. My personality is changing. There have been plenty of moments in this process where I thought I would go crazy. I was searching the I am that is so well known in the spiritual circles, like a goal I had to achieve. Who is the I in me? Is it my body? Is it my feelings? Is it my mind? Is the I in me my soul, my higher self, source? It is like a joke. Knock, knock. Who's here? All of yous. Crazy lady. Blessed and blissful ignorance. After all my quest for knowledge, I have arrived to where I feel most comfortable. Blissful ignorance. My ignorance is an invitation for grace to show me the way, the next step. In my ignorance, I open my heart to all possibilities, and there is an easy surrendering to not my will, but thy will be done. In my ignorance, there is the fragrance of an infinite divine intelligence at work, and a sweetness of a whole new me with capital M, materializing itself. It may happen for me while in this lifetime. It may happen in my next life or in 55 lives. It does not matter anymore. When in my ignorance, I know that I am. So thank you. I thank you, Source. I thank you. I thank Brahman. I thank you, Eva, so much. I thank the energies. I thank everyone that is here and everyone that is not here. So thank you so much.
Oh, so beautiful. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing. Such beautiful words, and also like you're such an amazing writer, Mercedes. Wow. Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, I'm so happy for you that you, first of all, that you shared your experience with us and that this was your experience. And I see a lot of people here like they have little tears there and here and there. So you touched so many of us. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, Eva. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're very welcome. Thank you for showing up, coming every week and also going to the retreats and doing the videos. I mean, you're doing the work and it's fruitful. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah.
so much going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Mm.
Really appreciate you sharing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Okay. That was beautiful. Hi, Jill.
Hi.
Hello.
So that was so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. So I had an amazing experience this week that I wanted to share with everybody, and a question kind of coming off of the one of the other comments. So the other night, I've been working on this process for a while now, coming off of trauma and wanting to heal, similar situation, and it's been a lot of up and down, but like major improvement. And the other night, I woke up in the middle of the night. I was feeling like a lot of little shifts happening, but I suddenly started to feel the energies like I've never felt it before, where I kept saying, like, this can't be real. Like, this has to be a miracle. Like, this can't be real. I literally felt like it was emptying me. Like, I almost felt like I was like dissolving through this beautiful light or energy, I would say, because I didn't see anything. I just felt it. And it would go through my mouth. I was having like weird sensitivities with my teeth and my tongue the day before. And then I felt the energies kind of like moving my mouth a little bit. And then I read that it has a lot to do with like trauma stored in your teeth, possibly from like your throat chakra. I don't know. But anyway, it was the most magnificent thing I have ever experienced in my life. I've had like a little bit of it since then, but nothing like that before. But I'm so much more like positive and like light, and I can see more of like you know how you can tell yourself a lot of things, but if you haven't experienced it yourself, you're kind of like, is it really true? Like, is that really going to happen? And I felt it, and I was like, you know what? These things, like, they really can happen, like miracle recovery and things like that. Like, it's definitely real, because what I was feeling was not from me, you know? So that was that. I just wanted to share with everybody that I had like such a beautiful experience. And there's been a lot of other things that I could go on for an hour with, that are just cool experiences and things I've never seen before, and with the light. But that feeling the other night was just amazing. And I hope everybody gets to experience that needs it or wants it. And then my next thing is like super shallow compared to that. But I noticed, thinking about like food and body image and stuff like that, I've healed some like really deep trauma, and I try to go into like find patterns and try to like dissolve the patterns, and I feel like I've gotten good at it and understand kind of how it works. But I am so stuck on my body, like, and it's like I'm trying so hard to like lose weight and get in shape, and I eat so healthy. I'm always moving my body, and I'm seeing no movement, like almost the opposite direction. And I know like every woman in my mom's side of the family has had the exact same struggle, where you wouldn't think, based on like what you see them eat and their activity level, that they wouldn't be able to have that more under control, right? Could there be a pattern that's there that I'm missing? Like, what kind of pattern do you usually see in that?
Mhm. Yeah, so first of all, thank you so much for sharing your experience. And I'm so happy that you had it because it
Yeah.
seems like it's doing a lot for you and there is a lot of openings and information there and emptiness as well. So that's great. You know, that this is exactly what we want. You know, like we want to, like experiences are amazing, but like we want to have knowing that a lot that things are happening, you know, things are definitely moving. So great. Thank you so much for sharing.
Sure.
And about energy patterns, yes, definitely. So, I mean, first of all, the pattern is, for example, I mean, there might be a lot behind there, but I'm just actually saying that we have to do sports to lose weight, that we have to eat a certain diet that we lose weight,
Yeah.
then that we have to lose weight. You know, this is like all conditioning.
I
Everything
know.
is just conditioning. Just so this is like let's say that this the surface level.
Yeah.
And yes, absolutely underneath there can be a lot. I mean, in the surface level, there is it's very strong because you know, like we women, we should look a certain way. Media tells us this, social media, advertisement, you know, like we're all bombarded.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, I mean, men as well.
Yeah.
So this is definitely there. Um, and then underlaying, yes, there could be like ancestral influences. If you say especially your family, you know, the women in your family, they all
Yeah.
have a similar experience. So just look into that, you know, look, is there actually something coming in from ancestors? You know, it's
Mhm.
just put your attention on it because you said you're dissolving energies in your system, so you're aware of it,
Yeah.
you know how it works. So just
Yeah.
ask, you know, what's coming through the ancestors that are influencing you on that level of the body.
Mhm.
And then the most important one is, you know, dissolving the identification with the body because
Yeah.
you're not the body. Yeah.
But it feels so like I can do it for a little while and then I catch myself in the mirror or something and it's like I think I'm doing all this work that it's
But
coming
for example, when you look into the mirror,
strong.
like what's coming up
Devastated.
when you look into the mirror, for example, you know, like whatever's coming up, then you can release this. So
Yeah.
you can actually do that, right? So
Oh,
you can look for these patterns.
I'm avoiding it. Yeah. Okay. I'm avoiding that part, I think, because it hurts so bad that I kind of maybe I jump too quickly out of that space where if I stay there, I'll dissolve more. Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, if you can, I mean, you have to be somehow conscious in that moment. But if you look at the mirror, something negative, whatever thought is arising,
Mm,
move back, like let dissolve it how you always do it, like use
mm-hmm.
the technique, and move back into clarity or into the silence or wherever you move into, into basically it's neutrality
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's all neutral and we give it labels.
Yes.
And it's very interesting because when we stop feeding this information, so for example, you look into the mirror and you're unhappy and you define it in a certain way, right? So this is a thought and emotions are being triggered. And if you dissolve this and don't buy into it,
Mm-hmm.
know, then it's dissolving. Maybe it happens a second or a third time, you know, it's very possible. Do it, and then suddenly you move into front of the mirror and this doesn't surface anymore because it's gone.
Yeah.
And then you can do it with the next thing and the next thing. And basically it's just everything is conditioning, like how we have to look, what we have to eat, like I said before.
Yeah.
And just that can stop us from being like our bodies have like the perfect point how they can be.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then you can eat really whatever you want. There is like more stretch. I mean, if you only eat chocolate and drink
Yeah.
alcohol, probably not. But if you like have a variety of a healthy diet, but like you have your cakes and sweets every here and there, it doesn't really matter. You stay there, you have the same weight like all the time.
Yeah. I just want to like at least release the charge behind it so that I can accept myself and not be so deep in it. Like, and I almost feel like it's gotten more intense because I'm doing this work and it like probably
Yeah.
wants to come out.
Yes, exactly. So absolutely, and really like what comes out, let it go. It's not the truth.
Yeah.
The truth is always like beyond the content. It's in the silence. And when you release this, the more you release, you see the more first of all, you start loving yourself. I mean, love, it doesn't, it's more acceptance, or you just allow yourself to be however you be. I see it more as neutral. I mean,
Yeah.
we can also use the word love, but it's more neutral.
Yeah.
And then you'll see the body start shaping in that way as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes total sense. I think just saying it out loud is probably helpful too, like for the rest
Yeah.
of me to hear that. And yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Great. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I think that's very
Yeah.
important. And I'm sure a lot of people, have similar
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
Mhm.
it's just another step of becoming more of who we are to overcome this level.
Yeah. Like we hear calories in, calories out, and it's like, no, that's not working.
No. Somebody shared this actually at a retreat. I thought this was a very cool idea to, for example, when you eat something
Mhm.
that you don't think about calories, but like like she I don't know how if she exactly framed it, but whatever her body doesn't need, the energy that's still there, so from the calories just goes into the spiritual realm and they can use it there. So in that
Okay.
kind of way. And I thought that was just a cool idea, to get
Yeah.
over this point to like, okay, I need that amount of calories because it's not really true either.
No,
It's
I
also then a
hate when people
conditioning.
say that because it's so like it's
Yeah.
belittling. Like, no, that's not true.
Yeah, and if you then come to a certain point and like 2, 3 days, for example, you eat a lot of food and then naturally for 2, 3 days you eat less, or it's like one day you eat more. It just comes natural. Like I experience this. I have days where I eat 3 meals and even later in the evening. Then I have a day where I only have like 1 or 2, and then
Yeah.
it's a flow, like always following the flow. And we can follow the flow if we are in clarity, in neutrality. And up until then, if something surfaces, we just let this go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Well, thank you. I
I mean,
appreciate it.
and I just want to share in addition, next elevations, there is actually a ideal weight
I
enhancer. And
got
this,
it.
oh yeah, okay, good, good. Yeah. I mean, this is probably why this stuff is surfacing as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So it's a good thing, but oh
It's
my God,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
so
exactly. It's all about healing, it's all about healing and becoming our highest truth in that area, or
yeah,
have access to that. So yeah.
right. Thank you.
Good. Okay. Thank
Bye.
you so much for sharing.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, Bill.
Hi.
Hello.
Gee, it's just so beautiful today, listening to you and what you're sharing and the energy in this group. There's so many amazing people here. It's just great to be here with everybody. And I love what you said about all your thoughts about food too, because I mean we just take on that burden, so much of oh, we should do this, we should do that, we should do, um, my I've been going through a health challenge too. About 12, 13 years ago, I was diagnosed with bladder cancer. And then I had it came back after 5 years, and then it came back after another 7 years. But when it came back that last time, which was a couple of years ago, something inside me, it's like, I guess I was just ready for this message inside me to listen to it. And it was like, wow, this is an opportunity for me to go deeper into an energy that can heal this. I just felt so much like it helped me in awakening more. Just and so I had like 4 or 5 different energy healers that I was working with, and the next CT scan showed that this tumor had reduced, and this blockage that was there had was no longer there, and so everything's been fine. But then now I've probably in the last couple of weeks I started getting symptoms again, and so it's made me kind of reevaluate. But I still feel that inner calling, like, okay, I've got more work to do,
Mm.
and but I still feel like this is the path for me to. It's part of my awakening to bring that. And when you were talking about that light coming into the cells today, I've done some work with that too, and just like the cells, and during the meditation, it's like everything was opening and my cells were opening to receive that light and that energy. And it's like the cells just love that, because I mean, that's what they're made of. That's the essence of them. I mean, they just love it when I bring light into them, and they're open, everything is open. So it's just making me more, this process, this whatever what I'm going through is just bringing more into openness to the divine. And so thank you so much for having this every week, having this, what you're doing. And so that's been my journey. I just wanted to share all of it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing, and thank you so much, yeah, for I'm sure this sharing is very important for other people here as well, because quite a few people go through life health challenges. And what I'm getting is, so you already mentioned it, so that the last time the cancer was there, you had this deeper calling to look like on a deeper level, and there is still deeper levels as you sense, right? And it's not about, so it's very important. It's not about getting rid of the cancer, and staying in the same way. It's more, so I always talk about the body is the last layer, and everything starts on the energetical level. So there is something on an energetical level, some sort of energy that's there and that's influencing the body. And this is why the body has a symptom. And in your case, it manifests there. So I mostly see it manifesting in an area where the body is, let's say, the weakest, Yeah. And so it's about to find the energetical root cause of this. And you can also, look for this. So for example, you can just ask questions, and I'm getting this could be very important for you. So yes, you can work with others, that's fine. Ask for help, through healers and stuff like that. But what I'm actually getting is that you are, the healer yourself. You're the healing, and looking for this information yourself. So sitting and asking the questions like, what is this showing? Like, what is this showing me? What do I need to understand? What can I let go of? So asking these questions. So for example, you sit in silence. Maybe you can do this after one of these meditations when your system is very clear, for example. If you can do this without the meditation, amazing. If you don't, then do a meditation. And then just ask a question that you're curious about, but come from a place of curiosity, not fighting or wanting to get rid of this, So from curiosity, okay, for example, what does this health issue want to show me, or what's the energy behind it? And just wait for the information coming in. Then you get the information, you see what it's doing in your system. And then usually what happens is that like a deeper question surfaces or another question surfaces. And then ask this question, see what the answer is. You can also write this down, maybe write it down, because then you can go back because you have one specific thing you want to look into. And then just go deeper, deeper, and you will find the root cause. And the root cause is when you can't go deeper anymore. So this is then you have it. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I've wondered if is this from like a past life or something? I mean,
It's also
I will
possible.
ask.
Yeah. Just ask. And for example, if you don't get any information, leave it, maybe try it another time. Also just look into your everyday life experience, maybe something is coming in and then oh, that's actually the answer I needed. Or this is, it can also come in that kind of way. Maybe a YouTube video, maybe a book, maybe somebody just tells you their story and the information is in it. You will know then. You will know this is the answer you need. Yeah. But what I'm getting, this is just a tool, there are different ones. But what I'm getting is really for you to recognize, to see that you're healing yourself. You're doing that.
I love that.
Yeah. And it doesn't need to be like an active act. It's more like a recognition and knowing. You can also set energies, of course, and stuff like that. But like, yeah, this is what I'm getting. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. So wish you all the best with that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Hi, Jill. Was Jill already? No, I think she's gone now. Tina.
Hello.
Hi.
I have a very weak signal here, so if it's okay that I don't put my
Yeah.
cam on. Yes. Well, first of all, thank you so much for these offerings of healing every week. This is wonderful. Then I would like to hear your opinion, your guidance on this question that on a body-mind level, I seem to be very influential to other people's energies, and especially if someone is very tired. And so it seems that then I become very tired on bodily level. What could I do about this? Just to find the conditioning, or is there like some energetic work that I could use?
I mean, the easiest thing that just pops into my mind is, have you or are you on Next Elevations?
No, not yet.
Okay. I mean, this is something you could try because there's a 14-day free trial and it just pulls you basically into a different vibration, into a higher vibration that you're in. And it's like you're exposed to that specific light and information, which is also vibration, all the time. And that means whatever influences are there on the outside, they don't influence then your state as much or not at all. And if you feel you still need a little bit more, there is an energy enhancer and it's called energy protection. But really, what it does, it puts you even more strongly into a specific vibration. That I had people, for example, saying they weren't able to go into a shopping mall before because they felt the energies of everybody, really, like thoughts, even hearing thoughts and stuff like that from people. And with that, they totally could do it. Like there was no influence anymore. So this is just a tool you could use. In general, yeah, it just means you're very sensitive, very open. But I also see, the more you work with energy transmission, so in that case, Next Elevations, I really recommend it, or you can just do the YouTube videos. Your system also balances a little bit more. It regulates a little bit more, that it's not that sensitive. So it becomes more balanced.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, thank you so much. That is a good advice. Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, some people are just more sensitive than others. And I absolutely understand that. And then it's difficult, to be around people. But I don't suggest to avoid then people, but more looking for a possibility. I mean, also something you could do it yourself also. For example, before you leave the house, sit down for a few minutes, imagine like light, ask, I don't know, if you work with somebody, Divine Mother, Universe, you can also just ask like the energy that comes through me, it doesn't matter, whatever you like. Ask the light to come in to create a bubble of light around your system, so that you stay in your own little energy bubble with the beautiful light present, and that you're not influenced by other people's energies. For example, you can do it yourself as well. And then it's all about intention, and then you just leave the house and see the difference.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will try to work on that.
Yeah. And do it like, do it for a week. Don't just do it once and then it's like, oh, it doesn't work. Do it every time for a week and then see the changes. Or do it for 2 weeks, just be persistent. Like it's always the first time you're maybe not that confident that it works. The second time you're like, oh, it hasn't worked the first time. The third time is like, this doesn't work. But then maybe the fourth time, it works, and the fifth time and the sixth time, and then you'll see it works anyways. You know what I mean? Like just stay consistent or try Next Elevations if you feel you can't do it yourself. This is why it's there for. to help people out until they can do stuff themselves. So
Yeah, thanks so much, and
okay.
thanks for the whole group. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, Nahuel.
Hello.
Hello.
I just got the ideal weight enhancer yesterday. It's amazing how it all, like fractals mirroring in this Zoom.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was asking myself, following your suggestion to go to the core, what would it give me, the experience of changing my body to become a man, like masculine body? And I just, nothing came up but a feeling of happiness. But there's more, I think, more of conditioning, and I remember all the non-acceptance in my family, all this prejudice and jokes about people that are gay, and since I was a child. And I had feelings for other women, and I felt so awkward. And since I was a child, I had this feeling like, okay, I need to be a man. I I have to have a male body because I am attracted to women. So I guess that's a very strong conditioning, because I feel so happy when people, hey boy, or they confuse me, or I feel happy when I put mustache and like a filter on TikTok, and I feel, oh wow, I like that. But I want to go deeper and not to make a decision based on, you know, I don't know, a conditioning.
Mm.
And so I wanted to ask you if you can help me out with this to just have more clarity.
Yeah. You see through it yourself anyways, right? You see that, on the core level is that we want to be loved and accepted who we really are. And you feel because how your family reacted that you're not going to be loved and accepted for who you are because, you love women and you're not a man, right? And so basically what you can do is every time this thought comes up or this feeling comes up, give it away. It's not the highest truth. You are like you are and you don't need to change. You got this body because you have to have this body in this life. The body is just a vehicle in this life, like you're not your body. So it doesn't really matter what sex it has and how it looks. It's all just conditioning that we have to be and look in a certain way. So you are just as you are and you just love or feel attracted to whoever you feel attracted to. It doesn't need any labels. And yes, this is conditioning. That's the issue. And we all have the issue that there is conditioning and it takes us away. So we want to be somebody like somebody else or want to become like somebody else because we're not good as we are. And so it's all about accepting ourselves as we are and not changing anything. So if something surfaces, give this away. Do you work with the Divine Mother? Just give it to her. If you think you need to change, give it to her. If you think you should stop loving women, give it to her. If you think you should look like a man, give it to her. Give it away, give it away, give it away. Give it all away. It's not your highest truth. You're perfect as you are. And I'm not just saying that because we all are perfect as we are, because we incarnate here with exactly that what we need. Yeah. Yeah, good. Also, thank you so much for sharing. Very amazing because I know this is helping others as well. And so thank you, Nahuel.
Thank you. Thank you, Eva.
Yeah, and you have such a beautiful heart, and this is such a gift. Yeah, and express yourself through this beautiful heart, and that's perfect. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Such a amazing talk today. I think it was the most beautiful one ever. Such beautiful sharings from the heart. And yeah, I honestly really, really appreciate this. Yeah, thank you everybody for being here, for listening, for holding the space for everybody also, to share their stories. Yeah, I'm just so happy that we're all here and we have each other. So yeah. yeah, thank you from the bottom of my heart. That was an absolutely amazing group session today, and yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day and see you next week.
Thank you, Eva. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Eva. Bye.
Thank you.